Wait. Should be good to go now?
All right, what's up, man?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Nothing much. How's it going, Jesse?
Dude, you crushed it. Great job.
Thank you very much. We just were able to go live. There were some technical difficulties, but we are here. So, welcome everyone to the after show. Sorry for a couple minutes of delays there. We currently have Michael, kid behind the camera. We have Jesse McJuggernuggets, and we have Sam, the current CEO of StoryFire. Um, we are now done with the documentary, so I figured we could just do a quick post show. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but I figured, just have people that I discussed in the documentary come on, maybe give their thoughts with it. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them, and then we could go from there. So I guess to start off with, how did you guys feel I did with the documentary? Do you think that was fair?
Yeah, I think so.
I only saw the last 10 minutes. I'm in the UK. I was asleep. It's like 1 a.m. here. But I caught the last 10 minutes, and from what I saw, it seemed fair.
Very good. I almost forgot to send Bo Blacks an invite to the stream so I could add him. But yeah, so we're at a point now where we could ask any questions people would like. I see that Grim was able to make it. How's it going, Grim?
What's up, guys? How are you?
I'm glad that I was finally able to add some clarity to the Halloween situation. That was probably the toughest piece of the documentary to edit. Just going through every single interview and every single account and breaking that down. After a while, I wasn't even sure if it was good anymore. But then I realized, like, I was the first one. Like, no one on the internet has actually figured out what went down there, and
Right.
I did my best. I guess, would you say that it was an accurate representation of that night?
Yes. Yeah, I would say it was fair.
Okay, very good.
Yeah,
I tried my
absolutely.
best. I know Boogie might be coming on. Bo Blacks is here. How's it going, Bo Blacks?
Yo, hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello. That was a great documentary, Art. I liked it a lot.
Thank
Except
you very much.
we did record it a while ago. I did like a shaving head stream, like I think a couple weeks before. So
Dude, I didn't have any eyebrows.
yeah. At least like compared to Kid Behind the Camera.
I was like, where are my eyebrows? I forgot I
Where
did
am I?
that.
I
But
think
yeah, it was great.
I think it was actually very fitting because I filmed with you when you had no hair, and then by the time you were able to cash out, you had a full head of long hair, so it almost showed like
Yeah,
the time
speaking of
progression.
that, we had so much trouble cashing out, and I just went to like the site where I have my Blaze held because the staff recommended that I hold on to Blaze because they're gonna do shit with the website. They didn't. I mean,
It works.
but
Catching works now.
I
Cash
have
out works, Bo Blacks.
it does.
You're
But I
here
have
with
I have
Sam,
200K
CEO.
Blaze in here, and it says it's worth $0.
Well, you're
On
here
the
with the
Uniswap
CEO himself,
website,
so I mean,
that's
if
where
you
it
wanna ask
is.
him, if you want to ask him
If you're having
questions,
any
he's right
issues, let me know. We'll work it out.
All right,
But
yeah. Also, I
catch out.
reset my password on StoryFire. I can't log in. It won't let me log in. I try on
Let me,
my
Bo Blacks,
phone.
you and I are on Discord. Just message me.
Okay, I'll message you.
I'll always
But
always-
I don't know why the reset password doesn't work right now, but yeah, that's not working.
By the way, I just was explaining. I keep touching my face. I've got Bell's palsy, so if I'm sat there doing this, my whole left face is just in constant agony. I do apologise about this.
All right.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess kind of jumping on, Sam, would you be good to kind of explain a little bit of what you guys have going on at StoryFire? I know it's been a while since we last chatted, and you were excited to kind of have this out to, maybe spread a little bit of light of what was happening with the website. I know it's been a while since we did the interview, so what have you been up to? What has been accomplished?
Yeah, so we released the Blaze token onto several exchanges over the last 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So that's been really exciting. It's huge. It's taken, years of development to get this to that point. So it's available on decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges. It's usable on the platform, so that's really, really exciting. We've opened up short video content on StoryFire, which if you use it, you can start earning Blaze on. We've released proper promotion on StoryFire, so if you use it, You're contributing to the ecosystem, which then means once a month you're earning real Blaze that actually has a tangible value. And then in the next few weeks, we've got something called Keys coming to StoryFire. We've got live streaming and our Oasis Gaming Zone all coming to StoryFire in the next sort of few weeks. So it's kind of really cool.
Is the Oasis Gaming Zone the Minecraft server?
No, the Minecraft server is a Minecraft server that will sit in the Oasis Gaming Zone. There's a lot of confusion there. So the Oasis is just a jump-off point. There's like several games going live on it over the first few days and weeks of it. So there's a karaoke game that's going live. There's a game called World of Kajia going live on it, which is kind of like more of a Web3 approach to Pokemon. And then we've got another game which we're not allowed to announce yet, but we've got a fourth game going live on it, plus an entry to the sandbox.
Could you share any kind of put any light on how much Deck Chair has put into the app since it was given to him in terms of money?
I can't give you specific numbers, but it's a lot.
Millions?
It's a lot. Yeah.
See, that's crazy to me that this app has like probably sunk over $5 million into it, and it's still like kicking, still trying to.
And I still can't log into it on my phone.
What's the problem? So when did you last log in?
A couple months ago.
So what did you log in? What's your original login? Are you?
It should be my email.
Your email.
Which I don't want to say it publicly, but
no, that's fine. Screenshot what you need. Send it to me because we're on Discord.
okay.
I'll see
can
what
you
the
message
reason
me
is.
on Discord because I have like so many like lists of people.
Yeah,
I've
don't
seen
worry.
it.
I know the issue.
Yeah.
I can't right now, but I will after this.
All right. Well.
To move on, Jesse, how are you recovering?
Not well, dude. The surgeon completely fucked up my surgery, so I'm having to get an endoscopy and colonoscopy at the same time. So I'm getting cameras shoved up all orifices.
That is really, really bad. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, I was like watching the doc. I'm like, damn, look how healthy I was. Like, I'm envious of past Jesse.
Yeah, it's one of these things where we're finishing it up, and then I see the tweets about the surgery, and I was like, damn, this is terrible timing. But it's just.
It was actually great timing because I can't do anything except to watch watch the past failures. It's really encouraging.
Yeah, I guess I know when I was there, you were working on a bigger project. Has any progress been made on that? I know I didn't want to get too specific because I didn't know what was public.
Yeah, we're pretty close on finishing the movie. We're working on the last few tracks on the soundtrack and some VFX and some cool stuff. But I actually think we'll be fully wrapped on the film come July.
That's good. Any other information about it you could share?
Yeah, we didn't get into the film festivals like Tribeca and Nantucket. There's a couple others because we were sending over to Rough, but we submitted to TIFF. That's coming up in September. We'll see if we get into that. But going to be shopping around to the streamers this summer. So we're excited to get a trailer going and start to build up the hype for that.
Very good, very good. I saw that, Michael, you and Jesse kind of had a little bit of an exchange on Twitter the other day when I promoted the trailer. Are you guys currently on good terms?
No.
What's the problem right now? Because I feel like when I talked to both of you, you weren't really like speaking poorly of each other. Has something happened since?
No, I don't have a problem with Jesse. You know, it's just one of those things. We haven't reached out. We haven't really talked. We haven't made things right on either end.
Gotcha.
Because I haven't really. I don't even remember when the last time we interacted was. But do you? I don't know. Maybe you remember, Mike.
Like privately?
No, or publicly.
I don't know. The other day on Twitter, I guess.
Is that just? Because what are we doing?
I don't know, Jess. I mean,
because this could be a good this could be a good platform to, air out.
I mean, some of it aired on the documentary. Not all of it, of course. There was a lot of private stuff between us that happened.
So, I don't want to turn this into something where there's personal information given that you don't want to share. I figured I'd ask, though, because going through and making this documentary, I truly believe that no one had ill will in the creation of this product of StoryFire.
Brian's not here.
Even Brian.
yeah. Wait.
Even Brian, I seem to have good intentions. I know you.
Did you reach out to Brian? Did he get to say anything?
I did reach out to Brian. He ignored me. I went through Michael to try to reach out to him, and he declined. Michael saying he was moving on with his life and didn't want to.
It was a very stiff decline.
Oh, once he got the money, yeah, I'm sure he wants to just get away with it.
I think he's put many years of time into the app, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to make it work too, to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to speak on his behalf, though. I really wish I got his side of the story, though, and because even from talking to you, Jesse, it seemed like he was a true believer. If we're again, I don't want to veer into the speculation or go along with what you said or not, just for legal purposes. I'm going to leave that up to you to say your piece on the subject. But even in your side of things, the money he took out, it wasn't an exorbitant amount of millions of dollars. It was just some extra money here or there with a vague email. So I guess with that, I think that it's just at a certain point the app just kind of fell apart, and then when it fell apart and the relationships then fell apart, and then the storylines came out to the public, and then the public perception of it fell apart, which leads us to the NFT sale where no one believed it was a real thing. I guess that if I'm going to give my editor's take on it, that's kind of what it would be.
Yeah, was there any more stuff that we had shot that got cut that you thought? Because I remember there was I don't know if there was coverage of us trying to get investors for StoryFire. I remember, I forget if I had mentioned Comcast or any of the leads that we were close with.
Yeah, I definitely chopped out stuff because I had over 10 hours of interview footage to condense down into what ended up being around a 45-minute long documentary. I know that you discussed the Comcast trying to get them to invest in it. I think I condensed it down into one statement you said where you ended up not really wanting an investor, and then that's when you decide to sell it as an NFT. I think that's kind of where I left it off. It was it was kind of interesting just trying to figure out what to include, what not to include. I knew that there was, a situation between you and Michael where there was a gift sent where someone didn't get it during COVID, and that was a big sticking point in the relationship. There's a few things like that just I couldn't figure out a place to put it in there. It's kind of like fitting all these puzzle pieces together when making a documentary like this, especially when I try my best not to narrate it.
Was there any context with Keem saying you're mentally retarded, or that was just like what was that?
So I had a falling out with Keem, or Keem, I should say, had a falling out with me during my coverage of the Basherverse situation. When I covered Basherverse, I at some point reached out to one of his arch nemesis. His name was Smile for YouTube. Because Keemstar was saying that Smile for YouTube swatted his family. So, because of that, I covered it in the documentary that Smile for YouTube swatted his family. And then Keemstar started sourcing my documentary as the source for the claim that he was swatted by this guy, even though my source was Keemstar, but he's citing me. So because of that, I ended up getting reached out to by Smile for YouTube, who I did an interview with, so he could give his side of the story. And because of that, Keemstar was angry. Might I add that this was almost a half a decade ago, but he's still a bit upset about it. But
do you think he's watched the film at this point?
I really have no idea what he's up to. I haven't really talked to him in quite a few years. I reached out to him for the purpose of this. Last time I talked to him before that was, I believe I was like in his Fall Guy competition during COVID. So it's been many years. I wish Keemstar all the best. I wish he wasn't mad at me. I wish we could bury the hatchet, but that's on him, not me.
Hey, come do a local podcast.
I'm Game Boogie. How's it going?
Doing all right, man. How you doing?
Very good. Did you get a chance to see the documentary?
I have not. I've been actually working all day for a change. So
very good. So
Boogie, it makes it into the doc that you did DMT in LA.
Hell yeah, I sure did. God,
There was
I'm
an
excited to see
animation and
that. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people didn't believe that story, so I'm glad it made it in.
Oh, it's 100% true, and it was sold to him. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
Yeah, let's not dox the person who gave it to us. But yeah. It was a good story. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but Boogie, if you want me on the Lolcow podcast, I'd be honored to come on.
Yeah.
I find it
I'll
find it
drop
to be
it
an
on
interesting show.
Keemstar. Keemstar will yell at you, and then he'll be nice to you after that.
That's all
Keem
good.
is. I've worked now with Keem since. I worked with him for a year, but I've known him for since Bad Kid Podcast, like over almost 10 years. And everybody in here has been friends with Keem at one point or another, even if you're not close to him now. He's a hothead, but I don't know. He goes back and forth,
No, genuinely, when he sent me that message, "You are mentally retarded," he sent that to me. I was just laughing.
The question is, are you mentally retarded?
I don't believe so, but I'll let you
Yeah, and I don't
decide.
know if Keemstar should be the one deciding if people are mentally
No,
retarded or not.
no, absolutely not. Yeah.
All I just know is I
Let's
saw
figure
that.
out.
I'm like, well, he left. He gave me a comment to put in the documentary. At least that was a pretty good beat at the bare minimum. So I'm satisfied with it. It'd be interesting to hear Keemstar's take on all this in hindsight, because I know another thing that was left out of the documentary. I'm not sure if we just didn't really have a place to put it, or maybe I just didn't I wasn't communicated it properly where it made sense to include in, was when Keemstar and his management had gone and talked to Deck Chair after it was sold as an app, and they didn't believe it was him. They thought they Jesse hired someone to play this character to convince Keem and his lawyer.
It's all true.
Yeah.
It's all true.
It does kind of sound like a random username you would just make up, like, oh,
Deck
what's an
chair,
alias?
right?
Two things.
Right.
Deck chair. I'm looking at the deck. I see
And
a chair.
Jesse's like posting pictures of deck chairs on his back lawn.
Yeah, I mean,
What's going on here?
Yeah, I 100% believe that Jesse was sitting on his deck and looking down at his chair, and it's like, that's the perfect name for my scapegoat.
deck chair.
Yeah.
I'm like, does he want my 1% that bad? Just take it.
I mean, Jesse, do you regret playing into the Deck Chair persona so much after the NFT sale? Because it's kind of lingered on as a ghost, and I know it's something you communicated to me, was you wanted this documentary to show people that, Deck Chair is not you. You didn't scam anyone. This was not a crypto pump and dump, despite everyone believing it was.
Yeah, I think that's an important distinction, but there is fun to it, and I hope everyone appreciates that aspect. We get a cool whodunit mystery in the YouTube community, but I like there's still being speculation that I can do a pretty good British accent, and it would make sense. I would save my own company from an open auction, I think it's a great idea.
Jesse, we've never spoken before. Hi. I want to hear your British accent.
Well, it's not very good right now because I don't feel well, but
That's not bad.
I knew he was deck chair, dude. I knew it.
Yeah, it's clearly deck chair.
Sam, an
That is not bad.
An interesting fun fact is when I'm digging into this, before I was able to reach out to you, and it was announced that the app was being revived, was all I heard was that Deck Chair was British and he was bald. And then I get on a call with you and I'm like, oh, this guy's Deck Chair. At first I believed it. It took me a while to realize, okay, no, it isn't. There's another
It's
guy.
definitely not me.
Yeah.
It's definitely not me. And
I don't know, man. That's a nice place you're in.
So I literally just moved in a week ago. I've been.
That
in
would be
France.
something deck chair would do, buying new houses and.
Possibly. You're suggesting I bought this place in the city of Brighton and Hove. No, that doesn't happen. I'm in the worst city in the whole of England to purchase anything right now. It's almost impossible. It's impossible. It's like London prices by the sea.
You just dox yourself, man.
I know, I don't care. I don't really care because Brighton and Hove is a big place. I'm not worried about it.
We'll never.
Nobody cares about me. You guys are all famous. I'm never going to be famous.
Well, I mean, you're the CEO of a up and coming platform.
Yeah, I'm never going to be famous. I'm never going to be I'm never going to be that person making videos. It's not me.
you could be the next Susan Wojcicki. You just
And by the
complain
And if I am famous, I'm gone. I won't be here.
Grim, what have you been up to? I didn't ask before.
Basically, I just doing the wrestling show. I have a lot going on with that. We have a big show coming up in 2 weeks, SWF Battleborn, and basically I'm doing like a run with the championship where like now I'm the villain of my show. My character has been around and done everything that is just to the point where I need to be the bad guy, so I'm in my villain arc. So that's basically just what I'm
Dude,
doing
you
with
look
that.
great though, Graham. Goddamn.
Thank you, Boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost a bunch of weight. It was funny. It was one of those things where when I was at Jesse's party, and again, that was like I was in my rock bottom in life at that point, and I was drinking a lot, and I was gaining weight, and I got to the point where I was like, I can't do this. I'm just gonna die. So I wanted to get healthy. I didn't want to just, cold turkey anything, or just, I wanted to do it healthy. Went to the gym, started working out, eating healthier, learning how to eat healthy, cook healthy, all that kind of stuff. And I lost 120 pounds total.
Amazing.
Very
Man.
good. I did notice that when I interviewed you that you were a lot thinner than in the footage from the Halloween night.
Yeah.
No longer Wario.
Right. Yeah. But they still got me I do this cosplay wrestling show at the Too Many Games convention, and I will be Wario at the end of the month. Just
Very
because I
nice.
play the character well.
Well, I have a little bit of an update. Drama Alert messaged in the group chat or in the live stream chat. StoryFire owes me $250,000. End of story. And he asked for a link to get onto the live stream, so he might be showing up soon. Out of curiosity, though, what is the context for the $250,000? I don't believe I've ever heard this one in my research of this story.
It sounds vaguely familiar of just an arbitrary number Keem pick that he wants for his time and energy, but
That's what it is.
He
I've heard that
overvalues
before.
his time and energy.
I think he's worth it. I think he
250K?
did a good job.
Wait, didn't he just wait, what exactly did he do? Well, I guess if he comes in here, he can
I mean, do
explain,
you see how many? I think he brought you on, didn't he?
No, I went on the platform
No?
before.
I'm gonna say it was Keem anyway. It was Keem.
Yeah, honestly,
I remember-
Boblax, I kind of just set you up as like the de facto user of StoryFire, just to have like
Yeah.
a through line of a person to get the money back for, because it was I thought it was interesting. So I think at one point I did imply that Keemstar brought you on. I just surmised that, but
I remember,
it's like 2018, 2019. When
Yeah,
StoryFire started, and I think Mick Juggernaut just tweeted it out or something. I was very early on, before it was even promoted.
Yeah, Boblex was an OG, man, and I do appreciate your diehard support during those years because it meant a lot that we had you.
Yeah,
separate.
I mean, and for as fucked up as it ended up getting, and I don't like where it ended up, and hopefully you guys can bring it back. But during those times, even though I wasn't getting paid, it was still I was expecting it to come eventually, and it was still a fun time. I grew a little community there. I got 20K subs over there, which is quite a bit for an alternative platform, right?
Yeah,
So, my viewers liked it a lot. We really liked the the Twitter kind of feature where the replies would show instantly, it's a live chat.
Yep.
We really liked that. Yeah, that was fun to play around with.
Even the live view counts too was insane. Watching it go crazy when you first uploaded.
Oh yeah. I guess I think it got instantly 100 or 1,000 or something. I don't know, but yeah, people legitimately want to watch on StoryFire instead of YouTube, which is why I'm so disappointed that didn't work out. And there was all this NFT stuff and all this prank stuff and all that. I watched the documentary, so I know the full context now. But it was very frustrating because I was I wanted this to be my alternative place. YouTube if something happened on YouTube. So
is Keemstar there? I think he's there, but
Keeman.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to set up my mic. Bear with me, or my camera, or whatever the fuck.
no worries. Take your time. But yeah, Boblax. What was the exact total again that you ended up getting paid out at the end of the day?
I don't know the money, the amount, but I have 200K worth of Blaze, 214K precisely.
Very good.
Yeah.
What was the process you went through to do that? Is that something I can do right now?
Well, they were trying to get me to cash out for footage for the documentary before they had the full cash out thing working. So I just did what they said in Discord. It was like days of troubleshooting. As Art said earlier, like I went from bald to like having hair from the time I actually got the money. So I don't know how it works now. Hopefully it's more simple, but I was kind of like the first, I guess, test for cashing out with the new system. So
It was actually pre the new system. We had like a beta version.
yeah,
running.
you guys can clarify. I mean, you know, I don't run the website, so you guys could probably.
As I remember, you said we were talking about the potential upcomings of what was coming on StoryFire, and you said, I don't know if I want to cash out, but I'm willing to do it as like a test. But then
Yeah. So actually, like, I cashed out and then I put it back in, so I don't actually have the money. It's still Blaze now, but yeah, like it worked. So.
And I said to you at the time, that's totally your choice. You
Yep.
do what you want to do. That's down to you.
Is it Sam? Is it built on Matic?
Yeah. No. No. I don't know why I said yes. No, it's on the Binance Smart Chain.
Oh, okay.
I can't get my camera working. Like it literally, like I'm clicking on the setting and it won't let me hit it.
It says your camera's being used in another application. I'm not really sure what that. What the fuck?
Okay.
I feel like a volcano's about to erupt.
Yeah, Keem doesn't like me right now, so.
Oh, you said he's mad at you too?
I'm not gonna. I mean, this isn't a drama stream, so I'm not gonna say anything unless he does. But.
Well, what's he mad at you for? He's not here right now.
I called him a cuck on Twitter, so he blocked me on everything, and said like he did like a whole like 9-minute segment on lolcow about how like I don't like go outside and like I don't know how to talk with women. It was like crazy. I did a whole stream covering it on my channel, Hey Monkey.
Do you go outside? Just I want to know the details.
Yeah, I went outside. Yes, I went outside today for my.
Have you ever called a woman
But I went out.
before?
It was actually a beautiful day outside yesterday. I went to my.
Simple.
We have to roll it back. Why would you call Keemstar a cup?
Oh, so he posted a picture of like his 20-year-old girlfriend Brantley, like having her ass like licked by like an OnlyFans friend that they have. And I just went on my private. I'm like, yo, if we make fun of Ian for Aniza posting like sexy pics and promoting OnlyFans and stuff, come on, you gotta call Keem a cuck for this dude, cuck star. So I tweeted that out, and then he blocked me on everything. Went in multiple group chats. Oh my God, is Bob Ice having a full-on meltdown? And like went crazy for a day or two. So
Like were you like
yeah, he's
kidding
kind of
or
mad at me
like
for
dead
that.
serious?
Wait, what do you say? I'm being serious.
Were you joking around or were you?
Oh, yeah, I was joking around. I mean,
like you weren't trying to.
yeah, I said like cuckstar, like the way the tweet's worded is
Yeah,
very
it sounded like
jovial.
a joke to me. Like,
Yeah, I can read out word for word, but it was like yeah, it was basically like the way I said it. Like, why is Keemstar's girlfriend's ass on my timeline? We gotta call Keem cuck for this. That's basically it. But you know, Keem was like super legitimately mad. And that 9-minute lolcow, it was so funny. It made for such a great stream on my channel.
Grim's wife's ass is on my timeline like every day.
Yeah.
Tina
Are you
the Pop.
complaining about having a woman's ass on your timeline?
I'm not complaining at all.
No, I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
No, I was like scrolling and I saw that. I'm like, wait.
Surely
This
then
guy
the circles
cucky?
are background to
Why am I seeing
Boblack.
this? So I go tweet it.
Do you have a girlfriend? Because that was his question. He said you don't go outside. We've confirmed you do. You went out today.
Yeah.
Now do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't. I'm single right now.
There you go, ladies. On it right
Have
now.
you ever
He has a
spoken with a
Tesla.
woman? That was the question, though.
Do you
Have
know
I ever
girls
what
like
with a
money?
woman?
Spoken with a woman. Remember, they said you don't speak with women.
Spoken with a woman? Yes,
Yeah,
I've spoken with women.
Wait. Let's just whittle this down.
Usually
Mum-
over the age of 22 or 21.
Hey, that's a good point, actually.
Just to be clear, though, mums and sisters don't count.
No,
That's-
yeah,
yeah.
I'm not counting
Yeah,
them.
the woman in the Starbucks
Good.
line does not count. Your barista does not count.
Yeah,
Yep, nope.
but single. So ladies.
Yeah, I had a
let's-
good conversation with my dentist assistant today, but that doesn't count either. So.
No. It has to be a woman who will let you
Yes.
touch them. Potentially, at least.
I heard it ding.
Yeah, if I let him.
Boogie, I have a question for you actually. When
Yeah.
in your Mike Klum documentary, you mentioned that you brought a sugar baby to Disneyland. Was that the woman that was with you when I met you at Disneyland that one time?
No. The woman that was with me there was Liz
different one.
Katz.
Okay.
And she was very pregnant with H2 Delirious' wife, or a kid at the time. So yeah, it was absolutely not Liz Katz.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
good. Just figured I'd ask. Keem, are you back? Do you got the camera working? I guess
It
not.
says that he's using his microphone and camera in use in another program, so I'm not really sure what's going on there.
Maybe he has his OBS
if
open.
he can try to use, like, if you have messages with him, Art, then you can tell him, like, try to use another tab or another browser, I think, and that might work.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah,
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Yeah.
This Riverside shit is complete fucking garbage. Never use this goddamn program. I have never in my fucking life used a goddamn program that's like, oh, my camera is not in fucking use. You know what I did? I fucking Control Alt Delete fucking went to the tabs, closed every single fucking app to refresh the page. I went to the information thing and said, oh, refresh the page and close all browsers. I did all of that. It still don't work. There is not a single fucking program I know on the internet that is this hard to turn on a fucking camera. This is dumb. Don't you have a sponsorship with them?
No,
we're
we
not
don't
sponsored.
have any sort of sponsorship.
Never ever do a fucking sponsorship with fucking River shit. River shit. That's what they should call this fucking thing.
It's gotten better.
Bo Blacks,
surprisingly.
get the fuck out of here, bro. You should go.
But Keemstar, I have to ask, why did you call me mentally retarded?
Because you are.
Why is
you never
that?
not angry, bro? Holy
Well, no. I mean, this is fucking bullshit. First of all, this goddamn thing, this camera not working really set me off. But no, you are. You did a whole thing on fucking Basherverse, right? And I tried to tell you, I'm like, yeah, this guy swatted me. He was swatting people, you know, in my stream. He went after my, you know, just members of my stream back in the day on stream.me. And then once we were all hunting him to try to figure out who this individual was to report him to the police for actual crimes, he then spun some fake narrative with his commentator friend, YouTuber friend, that I doxed him on a live stream. And you did the investigation on all this. You knew the truth. And the main thing I wanted you to not do is platform that dude so he could keep spreading that lies. And you platformed him.
The thing is, Keem, if you have, where's the proof to this? Because when you got in the fight with Ethan Klein about all this, you cited my video as the source for Smile for YouTube swatting people. And my source was you. So you were just sourcing yourself, essentially, when you were citing me.
He literally tweeted out that he swatted me, and you showed the tweet in your fucking video. So you are mentally retarded.
He
That's
said
why.
he was,
You're actually mentally retarded.
When I
You're
interviewed
mentally
him,
retarded.
When I interviewed him, he said that he was joking about that.
Oh, so he was joking. Oh, he tweeted out, knock, knock, knock at your door, Keemstar. Good joke.
No, he didn't do knock, knock. Yeah, I think he just said knock, knock. I think that was it. That was the extent of the tweet.
All right.
It was
Jesus
vague enough
Christ.
where it could. I'm not saying he didn't do it. I didn't say that he was guilty or innocent. I just allowed him to give his side of the story.
But yes, I doxed him, right? Because we're trying to find a fucking criminal that's committing fucking crimes.
He showed his face on the interview with me, though. Like, why was he not arrested for this if he did it?
Multiple people called the police, but hey, how many times have we heard of cases of swatting and we know and people are fucking taking credit for it and the police don't do shit?
Yep.
Like multiple people, my fucking people in my stream back then, I think it was like 2017 or something. They literally called his local police and were like, this guy is calling the cops on my family. These are regular people. They're not internet people. They're literally just, you know, moderators on my stream and members that he was targeting.
So Keem, your point is that you should never platform a swatter.
I'm saying that you did a complete documentary on the backstory of Basherverse, and instead of fucking getting to the answer, right, of like what this guy did, you decided to platform his lies. Like, why watch Gamer from Mars if he's not going to even try to get the fucking truth of a story? Like, you really, you had me, you had Smile for YouTube, you had tweets, you had so much information to kind of put this together. And you're like, you know what? I'll let Smile for YouTube say his piece, you know. Like, you could have figured it out on your own to know what really happened here.
Wasn't there a guy named Swatistic back in the day that you platformed after he swatted someone?
Yeah, and he is a swatter.
Well, I did the same thing.
Hold on. The question here, I think the thing that we're trying to understand is that we didn't interview him and say like, hey man, it's great what you did to Keemstar. We never said that or anything like that. The whole
You
point of
didn't.
it-
You
well, the
didn't
whole
make
point
it
of
clear. I
the
understand what
whole
you're
point of
saying.
It was just to, get the facts and get the story straight. You've talked to controversial people on your show, and that's fine. Like, I don't have an issue with that. I think that's like a part of the news. The whole
I
point of the
understand, but you
interview
let the
was-
lies and propaganda and the false narrative go out there that I'm swatting the guy that's swatting me. Like, you let that happen
But we
when you guys
provide your
know the
perspective,
truth.
too.
How could
Now,
I
let me
know
ask
the
you,
truth?
Art, am I swatting people?
I don't
Daniel
believe so.
Keem, I'm
I don't
out here
think so.
fucking swatting people.
I don't
That's
think
what I'm
so.
doing.
You did you dox
That's what
Jesse's
I'm doing.
phone number during this? During
That's
the
what I'm doing.
fallout?
Why are you changing the subject, motherfucker? I'm asking you a direct question, asshole.
What's the
Am
question?
I fucking swatting people? Do you believe
No.
in your investigation that Daniel Keemstar, is literally calling fake police fucking phone calls to send cops to people's houses?
No, and I never said
Then
that.
why
Wait,
did
who
you
said
let that
that?
narrative? Why did you let that narrative go on your show? Because your show is shit. You're mentally retarded. No one should watch you. You don't care about the fucking truth. You're not trying to get a truthful story out over there. You're letting slanderous lies be part of the fucking narrative to make it like salacial. I don't even know the fucking word that I'm looking for right now. But look, that's the way it is, man. No one should watch you. No one should give a fuck. You're not trying to get to the truth.
What am I
I
trying to
want
do?
to
Then?
pitch in here. I don't agree with what's been said there. Because the whole time we
Motherfucker,
were-
I've been on this platform for fucking a
you just
decade,
talked for
right?
like
And
5
I'm
minutes.
just
best,
trying
guys.
to get the goddamn
I'm
truth on
really
every
boring.
single story. When I
Oh,
work a story and
Tony.
you see me on Drumbler, I'm trying to get the fucking truth. And I want everyone else to do the same fucking thing.
And the
You've got one of
truth-
the biggest. You've got one of the biggest platforms in the world. You can argue any point. The whole time he was chatting to me, did nothing but professionalism with his journalism. I don't agree with your point. Honestly,
he was
you've
professional. He was
you've got
professional to me
drama
until he
on
came
that.
out with
You've
the
got one of
fucking
biggest
bullshit.
in the world. If you want something put out there or sorted, one click from you and it's done. So I don't know how you can ever go at art for presenting a different story.
He platformed the guy that was going to put out a fake story about how he's the victim and I
Yeah.
swatted him, and he platformed it even though he
didn't
knew
say
it
it was
wasn't
true.
true.
So
You knew
so
it
your
wasn't
argument
true.
is
How do I know
stories
anything?
shouldn't be platformed? What a crazy notion. A story shouldn't be platformed. Cancel Joe Rogan. He's gone. Biggest podcaster in the world. Cancel
He
him.
knows it's not true, and he's allowing it to be a part of the official truth of Bashiverse. But you know it's not true, so why?
The reason I platformed it
I'm just
is
not going to
because
forgive you ever for that.
Out of everything
Okay,
that anyone's
bitch.
ever done to you, this is the thing you draw a line at?
Yes,
Did
because you
did-
did a documentary, and you're supposed to be getting the truth about the Bashiverse thing, and you let a known fucking lie, a known false fairy tale thing made up from Smile for Nutu be part of the story.
Did you leak one of my texts during this time?
I don't remember.
Well, I recall that that's what happened that brought on this chain of events. Is you leaked one of my tweets that was private, DMs that was private to you. You put in one of your videos in your war against Ethan Klein, and that's what caused Smile for YouTube to come out of the woodwork.
I don't
call
even
me out.
fucking remember
And then I
any
had
bit of
to
this.
allow him to give his side of the story because I didn't know who the guy was. It was anonymous. He
I don't
came out,
remember
gave
any
his
bit
real
of
name,
this,
gave
but
his Instagram.
you know, like Boogie, you know this guy that's like her Dick Swagger, whatever the fuck his name is, that's harassing Wings, right?
YOLO Dick Swagger?
Imagine Gamer from Mars is making a fucking documentary Wings. He's like, let me get YOLO Dick Swagger up here, and he
would.
interviews YOLO Dick Swagger, and YOLO Dick Swagger is sitting here saying, yeah, Jordy Jordan, Wings of Redemption is the one swatting me. He's harassing me. That's what he did to me. He's mentally retarded. I'm never gonna forgive him. That is what Art, fucking Gamer from fucking Mars, more like Gamer from retard land, fucking did to me.
Dude, you can't even spell your name right. Why are you calling people retard, bro?
You're actually autistic. Shut up.
Yeah, and you
So-
need to get diagnosed for something.
And you literally just came out, Boblax, a couple days ago,
Yeah.
calling me a cuck because
Yeah.
my girlfriend and her friend were in bathing suits. You're
Yeah.
a fucking virgin. Get a life. Go out and fucking meet some girls
Go
and have
meet
a social
someone
life.
who is over the age of 25. You fucking disgusting
I met
freak.
many. I met many.
Yeah,
You
none
don't-
of them
you don't
want to
ha-
be with you.
But
'cause
why
you're
are you
fucking
talking about
retarded.
relationships when you don't have
You're
one?
the
You've
one
never
who just.
had one.
You're the one who just
Why
called
are
me
you
a virgin.
talking about
You're the
because
one who just
in
brought it up.
response to what you said.
I called
Me-
you a cuck as a joke. Take a joke.
It wasn't
Take
a
an
joke.
OnlyFans
You were
joke.
serious.
It
and then
was
you
a
got
joke.
canceled for
What?
it. No, it
How is
wasn't.
it not a joke?
It wasn't a joke. You got
was an
canceled for it.
OnlyFans
And
joke.
everybody with
You're
a
just
normal
like Anissa
social
crying
life
over a
started
fucking
clowning on you. Everyone
Wait,
with a
I
normal
got called a
social
cuck
life
online.
started
Wait, I got
clowning
called a
on you.
cuck.
They
I'm
started
42
clowning
and I
on
got
you,
called a
and
cuck.
you got mad. You got
Publix
mad and
called me a
defensive.
cuck.
That's what happened because you don't have
called
a
me
social
cuck
life.
star weeks ago.
Oh,
Wait, you're
meltdown.
autistic.
Oh,
Do you
full-on
even have a?
meltdown.
You're the one who
Full-on
was
meltdown.
streaming this whole time.
Full on meltdown, buddy.
Full on
What?
meltdown.
Were you
What's
hoping
going on
for
with
some
those teeth?
drama?
You look like a
You need
fucking
to stop
rabbit
that
these days.
drama and that.
What's
This
going on with
is
that
drama
hair?
and that.
Oh, I can't see it because you cover it all the time. Show it.
Oh,
Ooh, bald jokes, ooh. Wow, autistic jokes are more common with you to me. So
I just find
mean,
it
one
so
bald
funny
joke
that
and
you
your regular.
literally. I find it so funny that you've been online for such a long time that you don't know the how girls act and like the normal fucking like normal women and like what they do and you know it's so funny that you're that much of a fucking internet nerd, dude.
Yeah,
you really
do you have
need to
proof
get
for that?
out.
I have proof that you're a crybaby bitch
You
because like
really
everywhere
need to get
online, do you
out.
have
You're
proof that I don't
crying
talk
right
to
now.
women?
You're crying right now.
I'm crying. Look at these teeth.
You're crying. You're crying right now.
I've been laughing this whole time. Have you seen the base cam? I know how to set it up because I'm not a fucking mental retard who can't set up a basic webcam shit. Oh, it's fucking
Dude, it's the
Riverside's
app.
fault.
It's
the
actually
app,
the
it's
app.
the
It's the
app.
actual app. It's the actual app.
All right.
Then
Well,
why
But,
was everyone else able to do it but you?
But be quiet for a second because I want to talk about StoryFire. That's why I'm here, right?
What? You got invited to talk about StoryFire and you called him a retard and denied it. Now you're coming crawling in because you realize that you actually want to be here for once? Make up your goddamn
No,
mind, dumb
Boogie
bitch.
invited me. Boogie reached out to me, invited me, and I said, "Fine, I'll pop on." And then the first question that was asked to me, if you could follow along, if your brain works like that, is why did I call you a retard? And so then I had to respond to that. And then of course you jumped in and fucking said some dumb shit, so I had to make fun
Do you
of you
remember what I
for
said?
calling me a cuck.
Because you said I wasn't listening. Were you listening to what I said? What did I say?
A bunch of dumb shit like always.
You
but,
can't even
hey,
remember. You're fucking stupid. You're like,
Oh,
if your
big
brain can
W,
even listen to what's
big
happening,
W.
you reiterate it,
Big
and then
W,
I
we
ask what
can't
I
remember
said,
what
and you
Bo
can't even
Black
remember.
said.
You can't even listen. You don't know jack shit.
Are you
what I
done
said.
yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? All right, good.
Well, you're
Alright,
clearly not going to listen.
Let's
Yeah.
give Keemstar a little point right here to talk about why are you owed $250,000?
Bro, that's on the very, 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 very low end. As I came into StoryFire, you know, I was trying to work out a deal with Mick Juggernuggets. I was led to believe that Mick Juggernuggets owned this app. I didn't realize there was any mysterious owners. And, you know, it was really kind of a tug and war between me and Mick Juggernuggets. I was like, look, I know everyone, right? I can platform and bring a lot of content creators over to StoryFire and blow this app up. You know, I want a good deal. And I think we started at like 3% of the company. And, you know, within a week I had like 150. I'm just guessing. I don't know the exact numbers, but like maybe 150 creators signed up to the platform, and people were making content. So we went into negotiations. I think we got that bumped up to 7%. And during this time, Drama Alert videos were going up there. I had my own video series up there. I was absolutely crushing it. I think I still, to this day, have the #1 most viewed video on StoryFire. I mean, all different types of creators. Yes, a lot of commentary people were on there. Bo Black said, I don't remember how I joined. I'm pretty sure that was for me.
I do
but
remember how I joined. I literally said I remember. Wait,
I shouldn't
you're
have
not
said your
listening.
name. I
You're
shouldn't
not
have said your
listening.
name. I'm sorry.
Wait, were you not listening?
Maybe I don't remember. I don't know. Listen, just stop because I'm trying to get into this, and we'll go back to fighting with you in a second. So yeah, you know, I feel like I did really, really well for the platform. Jesse was telling me on a constant basis how StoryFire's crushing it, and all these updates are coming, and all this new stuff is coming, and there's investor meetings, and you know, I think all of a sudden me and Mike were blindsided by Jesse hitting us up saying that like the app is closing, and we're like, what are you talking about? Well, we ran out of money. And I'm like, I was so confused This is like, we've never heard anything like this. We never heard that the company had any problems at all. We never heard that, you know, this thing was running out of money. In fact, we were being told the opposite. And then, you know, Jesse tells us that he doesn't actually own the entire company, that like the developer owns half of it. I'm like, what the fuck? Why does a dev own half of this? Right? It like didn't make sense. The stories kept changing. I'm a little light on the details because it was such a long time, but at the end of the day, it just was all bullshit. And then we had Deck Chair, whoever the fuck that is, like is now buys the thing, but no one can know his identity. I mean, this thing had more red flags on it than a date with Bo Blacks. Like, this was pretty fucking scary.
Bo
Just
Blacks,
out of,
wanna go on a date?
Yeah, just
What?
out of curiosity, Keem. So I kind of understand what your side of the story is from what you've recounted, but did you ever make any sort of return on your investment at all? Did you invest any money into the company, or is it just sort of a thing where you got 3% and you kind of did your thing and then that was the deal?
Yeah, my investment was my work and bringing all these personalities over. My investment was my influence that I worked for, you know, over a decade to build. My friendships with other content creators, which were seriously damaged by this app imploding the way it did. You know, I'm going to creators and I'm like, hey, make content on StoryFire. This is going to be a thing. And then what was it, like 3 months, 4 months later, the thing implodes? Like, that was pretty damaging to me in my career because I was being lied to, you know, and put a strain on relationships with other content creators that I have. So that was part of it. Also, I'm just like grinding. I got my own video series. I'm not only doing my show, but I'm also doing my own video series on StoryFire, and I've got nothing in return. I mean, I had like 1 million Blaze points, over 1 million, which they took that away. I don't even know where that is now. I was supposed to have meetings with people, and it just never got set up. Yeah, I don't know. It's StoryFire left a really bad taste in my mouth and others. And I feel at the bare minimum, the only way StoryFire could like get its rep back is just start fucking spending some money. You know, creators aren't jumping on that platform until a creator has a check. If a creator comes forward and they say, yo, I just got my StoryFire check, I got paid this much, that's the only way to fix this rep of this app. There's no other way. You are not going to get people to join StoryFire based on, ooh, maybe this crypto thing is going to work, or you know what I mean? You're not going to get them on, oh, we're free, we're not on YouTube anymore. We got Rumble, we got Kick, there's so many other platforms. The only way StoryFire is ever going to be a thing again is when content creators got money in their bank accounts from that platform. Then people will start paying attention.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
You're gonna. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I can. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Okay, you're absolutely right on that final point. So let's see what happens in the next few weeks and months. That's all I'll say. Simple as that.
There was one moment in the documentary when we talked to Sky, I believe Sky is still currently the COO of StoryFire, where they mentioned that they had talked to you, Keem, about possibly fixing some of the issues, or at least that you had vented your frustrations to them. Is that true? Like, was there ever any communication between the StoryFire team and you after everything went down and the platform was sold?
Yeah, a few times. I talked to Sky Does Minecraft and some other people, but it's like, it's such a bad taste in my mouth, and it's like, let's do a meeting. We want to tell you about the stuff that we're doing. It's like, bro, I want to check. You know what I mean? Someone buy my so-called 7% shares. Someone give me a check. Like, someone like request a meeting with a check. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, this is such a fucking disaster. The only way you fix this is with money. How do you say thank you to someone in the business world? With money. That is the only way. That's how you say thank you. That's the only way. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't want to hear about you know, the coin and what it's going to do and this and that. I mean, that's got red flags all over again with the history of StoryFire, and then on top of like a crypto coin attached, or I don't really know how it works. It's just all going in the wrong direction. You're not going to get the community to jump on board until creators start making some money.
Like I said, you'll see.
Sounds good. Well, it sounds
Also,
like...
by the way, you do still have your blaze. I've just looked.
I do? How much do I have?
I won't say that out loud. It's, like, even if you say it's not for me to be able to go through people's wallets and then declare out loud, even if you say it out loud, but I can send it to you.
So even if Kim gives you permission, you won't say it?
No, it's not right, because I'm not announcing to the world what people have.
Sounds good. Alrighty then. Well, it will be interesting to see how much Keem still has at StoryFire. I guess, you know, past that point, Jesse, do you have any comments on everything Keem said? Do you feel you misled Keem throughout the process of getting him on board?
Yeah, no, I actually agreed with a lot of what Keem said. I mean, you know, we've not really talked in a year and change, and even then it was sparse. But yeah, Keem brought a lot of influencers over and did a great job for StoryFire, and I think it was a misleading from Brian to me, and then he misleading to the influencers, and which then led to a clusterfuck of finances and, you know, how do we save this dying platform? The other big unfortunate was the timing of our investor meetings. Brian kept saying we'd have investor meetings with all these VCs and you know, private equity, and the meetings all happened after the marketing push. So it was going to take another $250,000 from me out of pocket just to get more marketing going because we're so delayed with the meetings. So when we get into the meetings, all of a sudden it just showed huge declines after all that hype. So it was definitely a series of unfortunate events. And Art, I gotta thank you again for covering this story, and even seeing all the faces in the stream. Like, you know, my friendships with all these guys completely strained. And if it wasn't articulated in the doc, I don't know who actually got to watch it or not. But you know, I stand by. Thank you to you guys that believed in StoryFire, because I think we all saw an opportunity with after the apocalypse and everyone, you know, seeing ad rates get hit. And, you know, we do see the rumbles and kicks doing well now, and we were years earlier, and, you know, I think it could have been something. And but the fact that you guys at least trusted me for those years, and unfortunately it fell apart. You know, I think it'd be hard to say we all wish things went differently.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But
There was a moment where StoryFire was on fire. There was a moment. I was there. I lived it, right? There was a moment where it was just growing and people are joining and people are talking about it, and they're even mentioning it in the end of their videos. They're like, yo, go follow me on StoryFire. There was a moment, and it all died, and it's all gone. And it's fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. We had something. When you start a fire, you don't put water on it. You put fucking gas on it. I don't understand any of this, and I'm fucking pissed.
yeah, so honestly, same. Like, the StoryFire really did have like a snowballing kind of effect, but then it just took so long for the monetization to come in. It didn't come in at all, and then all the stuff with Jet Chair and like all the, you know, the stuff behind the scenes that we saw in the documentary. Yeah, it really did have so much potential, which fuck, it sucks. I hate thinking about it.
Alrighty. Well, I think we went over a decent amount. We're almost at the hour mark. Does anyone have some final statements? I didn't want to make this go on too long. I think it was just a bit of closure for anyone who wanted to say their final piece on the subject, because, you know, this documentary, I think, will probably be a good starting point for people to kind of figure out what actually went on behind the scenes at StoryFire.
I'm owed at least 250K.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. There we go. That's Keem.
Well, I have to thank
That was,
Keem for coming on.
Yeah. Wait,
Strong sign.
CEO. Wait, the CEO can't say this because. But is his blaze worth 250K? Does he have 250K worth of blaze in there?
I'm not gonna comment. But
He doesn't.
Yeah.
but
what I
yeah,
would
don't
say
know.
is this: is that because Keem is a sort of percentage holder, there is Blaze set aside for him.
Okay, yeah. So you do
Um,
owe him money.
and not just that, but his points are valid. His points are
Yeah,
100%
100%.
valid.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
when the first time you hear a creator say, "I just cashed out X," that's when it's going to go crazy. Okay.
Exactly, and that moment
that
should have
moment-
happened like I don't know the exact time frame, but I remember it was popping off, and we were all waiting, like everybody like who was on board of StoryFire in group chats we talked about, we were waiting for that cash out ability and live streaming, but mostly the cash out ability. And if that came, and I know why it couldn't, obviously, but I think StoryFire could be in a really nice place right now. I think it could have, I don't know if it'd be, it could have been like a Rumble or a a Kick.
Yeah, even just seeing Be Real just sold for $500 million. Just insane because it's Be Real. Like
Yeah, I haven't even heard of that till now. Like
yeah.
You've not heard of Be Real? The
Well,
front and back.
they really got a lot of money out of that.
But I think it'll be curious, Art, to see, the people watching this documentary and to see, who gets nostalgic over StoryFire, or to see like what the vibe is. Are people missing it as a platform? And I think it could be an opportunity for VinoFire and Deckchair to, maybe try to bring back users and creators, because I think Keem is right in terms of like getting the creators back. I mean, it basically has to try to save the reputation after the roller coaster ride it went on. And I think there's always going to be people wanting there to be an alternative. Like, everyone likes to root for the underdog, and seeing the Rumble and Kick spirit, like, that was really showcased. And I think there's still opportunity to be had, because the Blaze currency, as far as its use case, I loved charging Blaze on a piece of content because it was something people could afford. It was like fractions of a penny, and it was a cool other revenue stream, which still doesn't exist on YouTube.
Yeah, it was a cool concept, but I think the problem with one of the problems with StoryFire, in my opinion, is that it shouldn't all be based, like the entire currency shouldn't have been crypto. It should have been just like Blaze should have been like kind of like Twitch bits or something, like virtual currency only on the website, and then you get paid with actual money, because the crypto idea, like, it has potential, and if it worked in the best way possible, it would be great. But we live in a world where not a lot of people know about crypto. People don't want to like invest their time and effort to create content for a platform where they're going to get crypto back where they don't know what it's worth. So I did like all those features that you're talking about, Jesse, with Blaze, but I think the fact that it did go on Blaze was a huge deterrent for creators, right?
But Bo, you've got to also remember now, at this point, if someone can make money, they'll jump through whatever hoops it is to learn how to get that money.
Yeah, but they'd rather...
Yeah, people would rather the ifs, ands, and candy and nuts. There's loads of things that you could say. But if someone's going to make money, they'll learn the process. It's as simple as that. And what StoryFire has spent 2 years working on is simplifying the Blaze situation so that anyone can work it out.
I mean,
so you don't have to be in the crypto space. You don't even have to understand the crypto space to do it. It's that simple now.
Yeah, and that's ideally how it should have worked, but that's not how it worked back then. And it might be better now. I can't log in right now, but once I
I said to you, Bo, message me or I'll message you. I'm really sorry. So, like I said, I've just moved into this apartment and I'm running my my Mac off my phone, so I can't actually access anything. I'm like completely hampered at the moment.
Yeah. There's no rush, but
we'll sort it all out. But and in defense of like, sort of what I know on the situation, like it takes so much time and money to build the infrastructure on an app and a website.
True.
And millions has been spent in the last couple of years getting it to where it is now. So I'm sure Jesse probably had to spend a hell of a lot of money to get to where he was getting to. I don't know how the plan was for Jesse to get cash out for everybody, but I can tell you it's taken 2 years of daily, like every single day, taking little steps forward. It's like astronomical as a task.
Yeah,
I-
it was
yeah.
like hair pulling, like just, and then the legality of it too. It was I figured it was gonna be a pain in the ass, but like holy shit, like it was just nonstop problems.
So
I got a
think-
question for you, Sam.
Go for it.
So you saw the state of the app after Jesse left it, right? Like you saw it.
Yeah.
Did you see enough to justify like nearly $4 million being spent?
So firstly, I'm not committing to a number that's been spent on it. Oh, do you mean Jesse? How much he spent?
Jesse, yeah. What you saw when you took over, did it look like they put the money to use, or was he like scammed? Whatever you can say without.
Mike, you and I have sort of privately chatted about that, I believe, and my feeling is that some of the first thing I had to do was scale back costs everywhere, because there was some overcharging going on left, right, and centre.
On the dev side of things,
Especially on the dev side of things, and so that was difficult. I can see where that could have been a hole for money to just fall into, you know, and things like that. When I don't know how busy Jesse was. I can't speak for you, but if you're trying to build content, run a platform, and everything else, I don't know how big your team was at the time, but I can imagine it being overwhelming, and potentially that's how things start to slide. Equally, I'm not trying to justify it for you and give you an escape route. It might not have been that way. I really don't know. What I do know is once we scaled back the costs, things became more manageable.
yeah. I mean, it's Mike brings up the question that I've been asking for years. Is it's a lot of money go into something. I was very hands off on the business side of things. I was more creator relations, content, and kind of just the overall roadmap. So, you know, it's something that keeps me up at night, where I'm like, you know, should the dev bill have been $100,000 for that month? You know, for 10 people? I don't know.
Well, I would imagine it was probably more than that, because I know what some of those devs were getting paid.
Yeah. It was such a hard thing to audit, you know. It's like, all right, each dev getting paid 10 grand a month, and this is the code that we got for that week. Like, how much time did they actually spend working on it at their computer versus, you know, watching YouTube videos or Netflix, you know?
And the other thing is, you had it all subcontracted out to a team, and those you have a contract and the subcontract for these devs, and the people who were at the top of that were absolutely raking it in, not doing a thing. And so that kind of had to be refined, and then it's like, well, what's the task? Well, the task was, we've got to get the app working. People have got to be able to go onto profiles on the website. Okay, task number one, but also we've got cash out, that's the promise. And then it's, okay, we've got this bit done, but it doesn't really look that good now by comparison to this update, so we've got to go back and look at this, plus cash out. And it's 2 years of one step forward, two steps back, one step forward. And now, I mean, the next website update for the homepage is just so sexy.
Nice.
It looks beautiful.
Is TextFax still doing design stuff?
You should see TextVax's stuff now. He's on another level.
That's
He's
awesome.
on another level. He's honestly.
I've seen some of the stuff. It's pretty nice.
You can check out oasis.storyfire.com, and he designed that, and it looks sexy as hell.
And so Mike and Keem are still technically equity holders of StoryFire.
I actually have not seen their contracts, but as far as I've been told from DeckChair, yes.
Wait, that's pretty crazy, actually.
I did tell you about that. I'm sure.
I don't recall hearing about that. I just
Me and Keem. I mean, that's one of the things that happened with me and Jesse. Is me and Keem like refused to like sign anything because we just didn't know what was going on, and lawyers got involved and they got messy.
So there's a chance that Keem still owns 10% of StoryFire?
He definitely doesn't own 10%.
Yeah, I think it would be in the
It's
1
probably
to
like
3% range or something.
Right.
Gotcha. So I know that when I chatted, it was like it could go up to 10%, or there's some.
Yeah, his not that I have permission to speak on this, but his contract worked like he would get this, and the more he did, he could earn
up to that
more
point,
percent.
Yeah, very interesting then. Maybe Keem at some point will be able to be tapped for the project to come back. You never know.
My bet is that in the next few months, when he sees what we bring to the platform, he'll naturally just gravitate back over because we've got quite a lot going on. And I think you're going to see a sudden mass of users come on in the very near future.
I mean, I can't lie, Sam. Like, even if all of a sudden people were coming back, I don't doubt that even everybody in this call, Keem included, if there was started to be traction and we all still have our accounts on there and we're the big accounts back then, we'd probably just do some throwaway posts and videos just to, have fun again.
Yeah, I absolutely would. 100%.
We would love to have all of you guys back on. I mean, honestly, the heyday of StoryFire, if that was now with our advertising, because there's an advertising model now on StoryFire, so people can come on and promote their content. People could actually start earning money now on StoryFire.
I just feel like if Jesse had the team you guys have now, and we did all the stuff that we did then, StoryFire could have been huge right now.
Yeah, I agree with
Make
that.
it happen. Make it happen. Let's make it happen. Because you guys were part of the origin story, and it's that horrible thing of selling before the rocket takes off. But you've still all got your accounts, and you've still probably got loads of Blaze in there. I'd love to work with you guys.
So, I mean, that's pretty interesting then. I go to test that Sam's very professional from what I've heard and me talking to him, and they do have a game plan to get the website back up. Not that I'm necessarily the biggest believer in the Web3 stuff, but I definitely see that there is a business model there. So, it would be very interesting that, in a couple of months, this app starts to rebound and, the original owners get back involved.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think there's an awesome opportunity here. Awesome, but you'll ultimately, like actually Keem said back in the beginning, the real gratitude is a paycheck. So that's what you guys need to be convinced of is coming. I agree.
Yeah,
I'm
I agree
totally,
with Keem
and
too.
that's why we've got to get this call.
Not on everything.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with Keem on absolutely everything, guy.
Yeah, send me a check. I will buy crypto with it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, Boogie's back on that crypto grind, dude.
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend. He's not
Better
spending
than
it on
the
hookers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, he can save money because he has a girlfriend now.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, think
True.
about how much money I save every
The
month.
one person who actually saves money by not having a girlfriend instead of spending more.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna tip anymore.
All right. Yeah. No shit.
Alrighty, well, thank you everyone for coming on. I know the stream might have started off a little rocky, but I think we hit our stride at some point, got some interesting tidbits out of it.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Appreciate all the interviews, and I wish you all the best. Let me know if you need anything else from me. And to the audience, hope you enjoyed the documentary. So until next time, thanks for watching.
It was really good.
Thank you.
Have a good
Awesome
one.
stuff.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and
Bye.
end it off.
Yes.
Alrighty, I ended the stream. Yeah, thanks so much,
Nice.
guys.